Hello guys, welcome back to another interesting video. So we will be having a visual Friday whereby we will be discussing advertisements and cartoons. But for this week, we'll focus on advertising, and then next week, we'll focus on cartoon. And on Wednesdays, we have comprehension Wednesdays where we look at comprehensions and how to tackle them in order to maximize our marks, right? So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Zane Tutors. Please watch the ads. Yeah, and without wasting any more of your time, let's get right into it. So what we have to know with regards to advertising is the definition. So advertising is a verb, and a verb is a doing word, so it means what you're doing, an action word. Okay, this is what I'm doing. What are you doing? I'm advertising for my business. So that's how you use the advertisement as a verb. So we use advertisement to promote or persuade customers. Okay, so the medias in which we use to advertise is like online, like a Facebook ad, like a YouTube ad, on the radio, television, newspapers, magazine, billboards, and flyers. So advertisement is the name of advertising, and advertisement is a noun. A noun is a naming word. So we use persuasive means to manipulate the target market, basically to make people interested in our product. Okay. So characteristics of an advertisement or an advertisement, informally referred to as an advert. We have techniques used in those characteristics. We'll look at this ones. An advert needs to grab attention, build trust, create a desire, and persuade them to take action. Okay. And the techniques used in advertising is that they use visuals. They can use an eye-catching headline picture, photograph interesting colors or fonts, and then they also use language. Okay. And they also use they appeal to the reader's emotions by using figures of speech. And then you'll also know the ADA principles, which are this one. Okay, so advert should grab the reader's attention, it should build their interest, and then create a desire, and then persuade them to take action. Okay, so attention is created by eye-catching images. So in an advert, how do they grab your attention? They will do eye-catching images like this one that we see, or they will use clever use of language. Friday, and there is a picture of rice, you see. And then again, they can do catchy headlines, heavy as a feather. A feather is not heavy, but that is like heavy as a feather. What is this all about? You see, so it's a catchy headline or a front. Look at that W on the wrap, it's like a beard of a pirate. You see, that catches interest. And then, or they can use the layout. That layout of the McDonald's ad is eye-catching. Or asking a question. You can start advertising by just asking a question. Hot breakfast, soft breakfast, no breakfast. That is like, what is this? You see? So, okay, it's a breakfast item. What is it used for? You see? And then you learn to know more about it. So, this is applicable for both English first additional language students and the home language. So, you are all going to get something out of this: grade 8, 9s, 10s, 11s, and 12. It does not matter. We get this type of things in all grades. So, this will be good for any of the learners in those grades. So after we have grabbed attention, we now create interest. So once the consumer's attention has been created, the advert must sustain his or her interest. Oh, now I'm interested. You've grabbed my attention. Interest is I want to know more. So I'm going to read more into this advert. Okay. And then after the interest has been created and I am now giving the advert my utmost attention, there has to be a desire. Okay, what will this advert There has to be something that this advert helps me as a person that is reading it with something. It's adding some form of value into my life. That is a desire. And then that will call me to action, to act and buy the product. So these are the call to action examples. When you in the advert you see call now, click now, there's only 10 left, download now, satisfaction guaranteed, free shipping, call for a free add to card or click for details, join now, start your trial now, get a free money back guarantee, and all those things. So those are the things that propel the customer to take action when they see the advert. Now we're going to look at some examples. Okay, let's look at this example. This is a McDonald's ad. Let's see, a big beefy bliss. That's a catchy headline. And then it says the double quarter pounder with cheese, the Big Mac, and the Angus Deluxe third pounder. And then it says I'm loving it. And there's a logo there. So there's language technique in this advert, which is the headline. 3 words used to advertise 3 different beggars. Okay, and then there is a picture of these 3 beggars, and they are showing, like, you can see everything inside this beggar, and you'll be like, oh my god, that lettuce looks fresh, the patty, the big beef patty and all that. You can see the logo, the McDonald's, and the slogan. I'm loving it. Okay, now and another thing is visual techniques that have been used. The background draws attention. Visuals of 3 mouth-watering beef burgers, beef patties, the text written in big whiteboard letters. It's easy to read. So this advert really catches the attention. Now let's look at the AIDA principle for this ad. Attention. The visuals of the tantalizing hamburgers and bold letters grab your attention. So what will be something that grabs your attention? It's either the big 3 burgers or the big beefy bliss heading when you first look at it. And then interest is that you're looking, these 3 different hamburgers are grabbing your attention. Like, wow, I could get myself one of this. And then when you see the contents of this burger, create a desire in you that, oh, this must be very tasty. Look at that beef patty. And then the hamburger looks very appealing for the target audience to fulfill their needs. And then now, because you know a McDonald's, it's a very easy, accessible brand. You just go to your nearest McDonald's and buy what you see there. So they did not say act now or whatever, but because you know it's a easily accessible brand, you can go and do that because they advertise a lot and they have created brand awareness. Now for practicing, let's look at this image. Now this is an advert. Alternative energy source, vitamin water energy. Now you look at this, and from just this you can try to see what is being advertised, what is grabbing their attention and all that. So just look at this advert and then we're gonna answer the questions that follow. So these are the questions. Try to answer these questions based on this advert. What product is being advertised? Identify the target audience for this advertisement. Target audience are people that the advert is trying to appeal to. They're trying to persuade them. This product will not be consumed by anyone, right? By everyone. So think, who would like to buy vitamin water for extra energy? What the advertiser mean by alternative energy sources? And D, in your view, how does the picture add to the effectiveness of this advertisement? State 2 points. So what product is being advertised is vitamin water. Okay, and then identify the target audience of this advertisement. Anyone who likes flavored water can really it's a target audience, or anybody who needs energy because they're talking about energy. So it can also appeal to someone who has energy because there's also a charger there. That can be the target audience, people who are always out of energy. And then what does the advertiser mean by alternative energy source? Alternative is different, okay? When you have alternatives is when you have options. So what does this mean by alternative energy source? So it can mean that this is the other way to gain energy, okay? An alternative energy source. This is another way in which you can get energy by drinking this vitamin water. And then number D says, in your view, how does the picture add to the effectiveness of this advertisement? State 2 points. Well, the picture of the charger really add to the effectiveness because it shows that this vitamin water recharges you. It gives you energy, and this person is also showing how the phone or whatever they are holding is connected to this bottle. So it's really adding to the fact that you will really regain your energies if you drink this water. It's emphasizing clearly what this water does. So these are the responses to the answers to the questions that we have just answered together. So this is how different ways that a advert can be asked. So you should be able to analyze it well. So just look at this advertisement as well. Caution, fire danger. Fire is everyone's fight. The Western Cape has had devastating fires. Help us prevent unplanned field fires and protect the environment and people. To report all emergencies, you can call 112 from a cell phone number, or 10177 from a landline toll free. District emergency number for reporting field fires. City of Cape Town, there is the address and all that. And thank you for your awareness and cooperation. So here we have a flyer. It's an advertisement in the form of a flyer. So look at it carefully so that we can answer the questions. So here are the questions. So try to pause this video, do these questions, and we will meet up to discuss the possible solutions. Here is the questions. So 3.1 says, how does the advertiser attract the reader's attention? You need to give 2 points. Well, remember we talked about grabbing attention is by using the bold heading. That bold heading, caution, fire danger, is how they caught attention, or by that picture, and or also including the fire in the heading. That's how they can grab attention. And then 2.3 says, choose the correct answer to complete the following sentence. Fire is everyone's fight. So the function of the apostrophe in the above sentence is to indicate what? So that is to indicate a possessions. Okay, yes, that apostrophe is for possessions. So study the following subheading. District emergency number for reporting field fires. Identify the route it comes from. Report. And then how does the inclusion of various telephone numbers support the message of the advertisement? Is that there are many ways in which the field fires can be reported. And then 3.5 say, why has the advertiser included the different logos at the bottom of this advertisement to show the different stakeholders that support this initiative? So they're just showing different organizations there that support this initiation of reporting field fires and preventing them. And then you're going to discuss whether the visual or the animal effectively convey the message of the advertisement. Well, the animal, not sure about it, but it can say those field fire affects animals. So yes, it does. It's like fire, danger, and we're talking about, and we have animals there. So field fire, it does, because field fire affect animals. And these are the full answers to that question, and I hope you got everything correctly. Now, advertisements are very easy going, guys. We just really have to think about it, and it will not be too hard. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Until the next video.